Hello everybody, today is Friday, December 1st, 2023. This is JV Classic Reaction. We're back on our Trans Am engine here. I haven't been able to make a video for the last few days just because we've been so busy with collision work here. I haven't even had a chance to even do a lot on my Trans Am, and besides that, waiting for parts on this thing, once on the last video you saw, once we tore this apart, the push rods were bent. I went to go put this thing together last weekend and went to go put the new cam in there, and the second cam bearing back had a couple of spots in it that did not look too healthy, and so I had to order new cam bearing for it, so I had to put those in. I was waiting for those for a few days, but the main hard part of the engine assemblies back all done here. New cam is in there. Again, just a slightly bigger cam than the one that was in there. Just enough to give it a few extra horses, we hope. This isn't going to be a real high compression engine, so you can't go too crazy with the cam. It doesn't need it. These things make so much torque, they don't need a big cam. The brand new double roller timing chain, one piece chrome moly push rods all through it. So the push rods should never be a problem again in this. Again, brand new head gaskets in this thing. This thing's going to be put together here in the next few days. We'll start the next couple days this weekend. Put the valley pan back on it. Put the timing chain cover back on the front, and start getting her painted. Start making her look pretty again. Stay tuned. Just wanted to give you guys a little tip here. This is for all Pontiacs. They have the valley pan covers up the cam, the lifter valley, and that's separate from the intake. So when you put this piece on and then you put your intake over it, you cannot get paint down inside there. So a lot of times, especially on Trans Ams, luckily this one didn't have anything happen, but Trans Ams always have the shaker hole in the hood, and the water, if the seal goes bad, the water goes down through that and it sits in that little tray right there. A lot of times it will rot that out. So, and this one was very scaly rust, but there's no holes in it, luckily. So that's one thing you want to check when you're doing your cars, especially if you have a Trans Am. Make sure you get that rust out of there and check to make sure there's no holes in it. Sometimes they reproduce these now, so you can get new ones. But the thing is, you want to protect that. I mean, this is something that nobody will ever see, but it's just something to help protect the car. I paint this, and I paint the bottom of the intake before I seal the intake to the engine. So you can see over here, I've got that ready to go. Over here we've got the intake ready to go, so we've got the bottom of that painted. So that's being done before it's bolted on the engine. Just a little tip. Alright, so we have the main engine together here. All the stuff that's going to get painted anyways. This I have the water pump on. I bought a polished water pump for this. I just have this on here right now just because the two bolts go through it to hold the timing chain cover on there until that cures overnight. I'm going to let that cure up. That's all mounted and glued on there or sealed in. So tomorrow, and one thing I forgot to get is a thermostat. I know I was forgetting something, but the water neck has to get painted at the same time. So I have to get and today's Sunday, I can't get one, so I'll have to go get one at Napa tomorrow. But yeah, we'll pop this water pump back off tomorrow and get this thing all masked up. We'll get it painted blue. It's looking better and better. Alright, so today is Monday, December 4th, 2023. As you can see, our 400 here has got a good coat of Pontiac blue on there. Everything's all sealed up on this thing and ready to put tins on. I got chrome valve covers, chrome oil pan, polished water pump, so it's going to be have a little bit more looks to it than it did originally. So our next step now will be to, I'll probably end up putting another coat on this tomorrow after this cures. And then we'll start attaching parts to it. I'll probably leave the valve covers loose on it until we get it in the car. Because once we do the startup, we're going to have to pre-prime the oil pump and everything. We want to see oil come up out of those new push rods. So After we see that, then we'll know we're good to clamp them babies down and do our break-in. It's looking really nice. Stay tuned. Alright everybody, today is Saturday, December 9th, 2023. This is JV Classic Reaction. You can see our engine is all done for our Bandit project here. Thank God it's all together. I wanted to have this thing done last weekend, but I ended up taking a little bit longer than I planned on it taking. And then I got sick during the week here, so I was out of work for 3 days, but back on my feet again. I've got this thing all put together. The carburetor is this one. It's a Jet Performance Quadrajet. It's stage 2, just for the little bit extra cam that it has in it. That's just sitting on there. It's not bolted on. Same thing with these exhaust manifolds. They're just on there for right now. I don't have the gaskets on or anything because I'll be taking it. It makes it easier to place the engine back in the subframe with those off. So. Water pump is a flow cooler pump. I went over that. Got a chrome oil pan on there. Chrome valve covers. I will be deleting the original hot air choke plate. That'll just get blocked off. Same thing with EGR. That'll just be blocked off. So. This car will not be running any kind of emissions. You can add, catalytic converters, dual catalytic converters if you want to. If the new owner decides that they want those on there, I could put them on into the exhaust. But that's only emissions we'll be running on this engine. Same thing with the valve covers. They're not gasketed yet. I just have the bolts in them just to. We'll be taking those back off again just to check when we pre-oil this thing. Make sure there's oil coming up through the push rods and everything. But yeah, it turned out really nice. Looks beautiful. I love the way it looks. This thing's going to look really nice sitting down in a brand new subframe, all restored. So our next step is to get this thing hanging up. Get the transmission bolted to the back of it. We got to put the flex plate back onto the back and everything. And this engine isn't completely rebuilt. It's got new timing chain, new water pump, all new gaskets, new fuel pump, new carburetor, new cam lifters, push rods. Everything's been gone through on this thing, so it ran really good before. I don't know how, but it's going to really run good now. So yeah, our next step is to get the transmission hooked onto the back of this thing and get this thing dropped back down into the subframe of the car, and we'll go through it and start getting everything hooked up to it. Got a brand new distributor for it, so get her fired up and get the cam broke in, and we'll continue on with this project. It's good to have this thing done, so that makes it easier for me to move the car around now. So get this thing finished up and get it done. So thanks for watching. If you like this content, you can hit the subscribe button if you want. It's free. Hit the like button too if you like the content. It helps my channel be seen. And we'll keep on moving along on this thing. I'd like to thank all my subscribers that I have now. This one's going to be a pretty cool car to see come to fruition here. So stay tuned on this one. I'll see you in the next video.